What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Secrets to manifest anything you want in your life. There's different ways to do stuff, people, to get what you want, to create what you want, man. There's always new empowering ways you can do stuff to get stuff. Man, I'm gonna get this stuff up here. Maybe I'll do it on this side right here. Better up here like that. There we go. I don't know, man. Maybe that's better right there. All right, guys. What's up? How's everybody doing? Good. How's everybody doing today? Trying to get this thing here. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll go this way. Yeah, maybe this way will work. But I don't care. What's up? How's everybody doing today? See you guys. Everybody's hopping on. Hey, hello from Australia. Hello from all over the globe. I'm trying to get the right angle here, but it's all good. We'll go like this. Yeah, so how's everybody doing? What's going on? Hello. What's up? What's up? Excellent. Everybody's doing great? Good stuff, guys. Always good to hear from you guys. Always great to see you guys here too. So look, check this out though. Look, right? Here's the problem. Here's the issue, right? Here's the issue. People don't think they have choices. That's the problem right there. That's deep. People don't think they have choices because they don't think they can control how they feel. What happened is a lot of people let their feelings control them. When your feelings control you, it's going to be hard for you to create what you want, to manifest what you want. Yeah, here it's very hot in the United Kingdom. You can't let your feelings control you. You have to control how you feel. You can't let stuff trigger you, because when this stuff triggers you, you're attracting what you feel, guys. You have a choice. You can feel good, or you can feel flustered, man. But I'm telling you, when you feel what you don't want to feel, like the negative feelings, I'm telling you right now that you are setting up harmony to attract that stuff into your experience. Now look, it might not come that instant, but most likely the thing about people is we can predict people, because people are habitual. So it means if you have negative feelings a lot, once or twice, chances are you're probably doing it a lot. If you have positive feelings a lot, chances are you're doing it a lot. So that's how you can tell people what people are creating in their life. Greetings. Mark, I went dreaming I won the lottery. The quick pick. Should I keep playing my numbers? Or you should play your vibrational numbers and get a quick pick with it. I always recommend when you get your vibrational numbers, play those 6 numbers plus throw in a quick pick. That's the secret. Speaking about vibrational numbers, so you see I set up the vibrational numbers now, where you can just go to my community post, community tab, or whatever, community page, and then you can just, if you're a channel member, you can just put your month and day. If you haven't already got your numbers, a lot of you guys should have your numbers. If for some reason some of the channel membership is not showing up on some of you guys pages, or I don't know what's up. So if you can't become a channel member, then you can use PayPal and donate there. PayPal link is in there. So no more waiting like months for your numbers. This is easy to streamline for me. Right? I picked up I picked up the same scratch card that was in the floor and I won. Yep, that's how the game goes. That's what I've been teaching you guys. I always say you have to watch for the patterns in the universe. Like whatever you're doing, the universe is always going to put you in a state to repeat it. For me, I knew this. I used to walk. I mean, I didn't catch on to it, but when I used to buy scratch offs, someone would be buying a scratch off in front of me, and the lady would say number 2, and she's like, "Huh? You want this one? This one?" At that time, I didn't know the universe was telling me like, "Hey, you need to get one too." Then I'd bypass scratch offs on the floor, and things like that. I just thought it was weird, and one day just said, "Hey, man, since you live in a universe that's designed to serve you, why don't you start looking at everything around you is designed to help you?" And I was like, that's an interesting way to look at it. So I started doing that. So whenever I see a scratch off on the floor, I took it as a sign that the universe was helping me to get more money to win. And 9 times out of 10, those scratch off on the floor, I'd go buy one and the same one in the store, and I'd end up winning, man. So it just shows you that, you know, how much control you really have in making things go in your favor or against your favor. If you get your vibrational numbers years ago, guys, they are still good. Now, here's the thing though. If I have to give you them again, they're going to be different, because each time I do them, I'm going to feel different. So I'm going to get different intuitive numbers coming in my head. They'll never be the same. So just don't confuse stuff. If you get yours in first, keep it. I know some people, what they do is they'll get their vibration numbers and they'll come back to me, and I'll give them more numbers because I can't keep track. So they have 2 different numbers. But I just encourage you to keep one number. Just do your regular number and get a quick pick. Mark, what do you do when your dreams become too vivid? Oh, when your dreams become too vivid, it's about to come into the 3D world. You're about to get what you want. McKinney, welcome to Vibrational Numbers. Yes. Life always works for you, not against you or not to you. That's correct. That's how you got to look at this stuff. You got to. Welcome to Vibrational Numbers. Someone asked me about the vibrational numbers. I don't know. It was just years ago. I mean, I was just there one day, and the universe has sent me a download. It just says, "Hey, man, you know, these numbers are very powerful. You know, you could potentially use them in the lottery, Mark." And I was like, okay. So I just started to mess around, and then I would just look at my month and day, and then these numbers would flash in my head, and I would put these numbers in. And the funny thing was with these numbers too, first I started them with scratch cards, because you know scratch cards have numbers on the bottom of the scratch card, and I would just look around and I'll go with the numbers on the thing. I'd be like, give me number 22 there, give me number 8, give me number 7. And the weird thing was, whenever I did that, I would always be winning money. I'm like, there's something to these vibrational numbers. So I did a YouTube video like 4 years ago, I guess, when I started, and I started throwing some numbers out to people, and they were doing it, and then the report back was huge. I was like, oh, this stuff works, because these individuals are like messaging me. It's like, hey man, you give me 5 numbers. One guy won the Fantasy 5 in California for like over 200 G's with his vibrational numbers. More people were winning like 5 or 6 numbers, 10,000, 30,000. All that. I was like, okay, so these numbers are very energetic, and it's a good thing because I'm locked into like lottery manifestation. So these numbers work good. So I just started to it was a nudge I get, and these numbers would just pop in. When you give me your month and day, I just look at it, and then the universe will send me like these 5 numbers or 4 numbers will go with your number. And I've been doing them since. So that's the secret to the vibrational numbers. From the moment you were up every minute, that's between what? Your daily activities. Hello. How to bring a lottery to my level. I mean, how to make myself bigger than the lottery. Can you give examples? Thanks for answer. Yeah, this is just not lottery, but with everything. So the way I look at so here's what I do, and this is kind of egotistical, but you have to do it just to work because you got to get your ego involved. So the way I look at stuff, so I look at the world that I'm existing in. I look at this world as I designed it. So I look at my life and everything that happened, even the people around me. I look at it like they are playing a role, but I'm the main character. I'm the center of my world. That's how I look at my world, right? Not like a super egotistical bad way, but in a way that when I look at it that way, it buys my ego into it, and it brings my confidence up more, and it also easier for me to get to my subconscious. So I look at the world as my playground or like my game, and I see everything around me was made for me. So when I have that mentality, then there's nothing that's really bigger than me, even the lottery. Because if this is my design, the lottery is my design. That's how I do it, and that's how I bring things to my level. Mark, did you ever win a Powerball? Well, I don't play the Powerball. My game is in those play fours and play five numbers, scratch offs. I play the Fantasy Five. However, you know the Powerball, the Mega. When they get big, I will play them. I did. I remember a few years back, the Mega Million. It was almost $1 billion. This was like 4 or 5 years ago, and I decided. I said I'm gonna play, and then I just nudged to tell me to go to Winn-Dixie and tell me to spend. It says buy $30 worth of the ticket. That's what it was talking to me, and I bought $30 worth of the ticket, and I end up winning $10,000. I think I got like 4 numbers out of the Mega Millions. So I'm always in line, you know, with manifesting abundance through the universe. But my game is usually just getting these numbers and playing them, and then just like sitting on them, and then let them manifest, and then I could get like a nice 6-figure win or whatever comes in. You got to be patient, and I get these numbers in. That's lately what I've been doing. Mark, I had a dream that the 4 numbers played in the pick 4. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, like, see, man, I knew that the world was kind of weird when I started to unravel like how the universe works. Because the reason I thought I found out like stuff was really weird, man, was when I got into like to winning the lottery with like law of attraction. Like, I never ever thought in a million years that I would be someone that would win the lottery, buy a car, and then start changing people's lives and showing them like how they could manifest and do all type of stuff. I never thought that would happen, because that wasn't even in my paradigm. But what happened, it happened, and that's why I believe that our lives are already pre-scripted, because there's no way the information that I know right now, most of it, guys, when I'm talking to you guys right now, most of the stuff I talk to you guys, I get out on freelance, and I'm just getting information in, and people find that difficult to believe. They say like, man, you reading from a script, man. How you know all this stuff? I can't explain to you like the logic or in detail how I know this stuff. I just know this stuff, and when you know, right? And the reason when you know because you see results, right? So anyway, I mean, I dabbled in, I love quantum physics, but I'm not someone that you could say like, oh, this guy went to school specifically for that. Everything I did, I just grabbed it from the superconscious. I grabbed it from the informational field that's out there. That's everyone can get a part of. But the thing was, when I knew this stuff was kind of what I call weird or trippy stuff, I'll tell you the story, is when I was doing the lottery. As soon as I started doing the lottery, a whole new world opened up for me. It was real trip. It was as if I jumped from the world I was living into this makeup world. Because I'll tell you what I mean by that. So when I decided to win the lottery to buy the car, everything started to reflect about what I wanted. My daily life, I would see so much examples, so much synchronicities of the car, of the lottery, of all I wanted. At first, I didn't pay much attention to it. But then it got to the point that it really got my attention, because there were just times when these things would just pop in front of me and I didn't like, it was crazy. When that started happening, I was like, whoa, okay, there's definitely something happening here that it's not normal. And then the vibrational numbers thing came about one day. And then that came to me. I'm like, that's not normal either. And I was like, at first I was like, is there what was I thinking? I wanted to make so you can understand this, because it was really interesting when you enter this type of stuff. It was the scratch off. So I would, with these numbers, the vibrational numbers thing, like I found out, like, and I don't know, even today I don't know why, but I just found out like the lottery, when they make these scratch tickets, like a lot of winning tickets would be on double high numbers. There would be number 11, number 22, number 7, 13, 33, 44. And I would wonder, like, do the people that make the lottery tickets know this? Because this is not a coincidence. Someone is deliberately printing winners on these numbers. So is there something they know about the universe? And it is not a coincidence, because many of you could attest to this. You see these double numbers, for some reason they put these winnings on these double numbers. And that's when I said, okay, so they know about the powers of these numbers. Somebody, whoever the ticket agency that prints for the lottery, whatever company they use, somebody in that company knows or is playing and say, hey, I know a secret about the universe and these numbers. So I'm going to put all these winning numbers on there, like number 7. And for example, ticket number 7, man, always that ticket number will always be a winner. Anytime I see a lot of scratch off and it's on number 7, I always buy it, because it's always talking to you. The lottery winning number is 77. If you look around the state, most scratch offs, they always put 77 Jewel 888. You think that's a coincidence? They love those numbers. Those numbers carry so much energy, man. It's built upon them, and they advertise it. 77. Some of you see all these different scratch offs. It's 777s, triple twos, triple threes. People don't pay attention to that stuff. I pay attention to that stuff though, because I know, like, see guys, with it in a game, they always got to give you the answers within the game, but you got to look for it. There's always secret codes in the games, and they do that. And I took advantage of that, man. And then everybody I gave was taking advantage of that. I don't know if they stopped printing them today, but I think they still do them. Because sometimes when people catch on, they might switch them up. But they're still printing them. I think if I reach like millions of people, they'll probably stop, because they'll be like, yo, there's too many people winning. So I think for right now we're safe. But when we start reaching millions of people, then they'll probably switch it up. Mark, do you always live in a state of lottery winner? Well, I always live in a state of a winner. With everything in life, you got to live in a state of winning. When you get up in the morning, you got to get up as a winner. I mean, you got to get up and know that this is your world. You're in charge. And don't care. Don't take anything personal. Let it flow. What's going to happen is going to happen. That's how you got to approach this stuff. So that's what I do with everything. But in a humble way, not like an arrogant, slavish way. You get what I mean? Just in a quiet way that you know that this is for you. It helps you too, because when you know you got stuff is for you, you're more empathetic to people and you're more patient. So I kind of knew the stuff was weird with the lottery. Then it really hit me when I won. When I first won, I was like, okay, this is got to be weird. I was like, okay, man, this world isn't a world they was teaching me, man. I mean, it shocked my paradigm. It really shocked my belief pattern. I don't know if you've experienced. I don't know if someone have you ever experienced something that was totally mind blowing, and you made you question everything about your life and what you are and everything like that. That's what happened when I first won the lottery. The reason why I did that, because I deliberately created it, and that was the trippy thing about it. It wasn't like a luck thing or anything. I manipulated the universe to win, and that's when I was like, okay, this is something that people got to know about. They got to know this stuff, because I didn't know it. Nobody. It was like the day when I won. After 2 days or so, I was looking. I went around. I was just looking around at people, and I was like, I was looking at everybody I see. I was looking, and my first thought was like this. When I was walking around and I was looking, my first thought was, if only you knew what you could do with your mind. That was my first thing. And then people were going along with their everyday lives, like lost in the shuffle, and I was like, they don't have a clue the power they have. And that's how I got into them. That's how I figured out what the matrix is. I was like, the reason people don't have a clue, because it's set up for you to not have a clue. Can you imagine if you knew all this stuff from day one? What if everyone knew this stuff when they got out of birth? What if everyone, this was like in your kindergarten, this was like being beaten into your mind? And what if everyone knew this stuff? What if there were no religion to clog you up or to confuse you? What if you just got out and you just from jump one, you just knew like who you are? Imagine how different the world would be. Could you imagine how different all of this stuff would be? Government, I don't know if government would exist. I don't even money would exist. I mean, it's just unique to think of that, man, because when you can think about like the power for you to deliberately create your life, it's really something to ponder. I agree, World Bridger. Life would be blissful, right? How do you tap into the mind power consistently? I think what it is, to tap into the mind thing. Here's what I think it comes down to when you want to tap into the mind thing. You have to have this mentality here, and this is what I've boiled it down to. You have to have a mentality like put in the way I want to see here, because I want you to kind of get this here. You have to have a mentality like you care, but you don't care. I guess what I'm saying is you have to have a mentality that you don't care about outcomes. All you care about is results. And what do I mean by that? Your mentality have to be that you expect what you want to somehow come into your life. Not like trying to figure out how. I think that's the way you're going to tap into the mind thing. I guess people call that detachment, but it's a little bit of detachment, but it's something else in that. It's a flow state. It's like a hybrid thing going on here. For me, it's like more now. I'm in an expecting. I'm always expecting my things will work out for me. And I went, because look, the thing is this, man. Like every thought or every state we get into, it's a new energetic vibration, right? You create a new frequency, right? Like if you're happy and confident, right, you create these. So when I get into like an expectant state, man, I think that's a very powerful thing, because what that does is it's me demanding that my life is going to be okay. It's me demanding that what I want must come to me. And that goes back to how I view the world, my reality. I view the world like I'm the center of this stuff, and I'm attracting, inviting a lot of the stuff that's coming into my life. So I'm very responsible for what I'm creating, and it makes you more aware. It makes you more careful of what you think about, because once you understand that I am like the source of what I invite, you really start to choose what you're gonna say and think. Because once you realize like the stuff you say and think creates like real stuff, man. Your whole game changes. Yeah, it's called the flow state. Uh, Forget the outcome. Yeah, forget the outcome was a thing that was very tough for me at the beginning. But I got to the point where I was like, listen, this I got to the point like, look, either you're gonna live and enjoy the moment, or you're gonna worry and live in your head about what might happen, what didn't happen. And I let all that stuff go because I was missing the experience of my life. I was missing this moment right now, just living it. I was caught up with, just like everybody else, I was caught up with the future. I was living something that I was not a part of, and it's not good. It's gonna create stress. It's just not the way to be, man. I'll be so confident, then boom, back to not feeling so confident. That's normal. Things will trigger you. The day you let it go, Mark, just wondering, what did you go and do that day? Well, the day when I finally let everything go and I realized like this is just a flow state is when I okay, here's this is what happened. When I realized that I'm living on a rock with a tiny layer of atmosphere, that at any minute something could happen and it could wipe it out. A meteorite could hit. And there was like nobody holding this up, and there's not the day when I realized that's the day when I realized like, yo, I gotta start living. Because anything could happen right now. That's the day when I stopped. When I realized like none of this is really that important. Like, man, we're all on this rock, man. Like this rock we're on, it's in a target zone too. It's like every day there's something coming at us to destroy this place, man. You're in a shooting gallery. There's meteorites, Kuiper belts where all these big meteorites are slamming into stuff. I mean, it's not a matter of if it's going to happen, it's just a matter of when. One day, one of them is going to hit this place and it's going to extinct. If that don't happen, the sun is going to become a red giant and it's going to swallow the earth. All that is a fact. It's going to happen. So it's like, when I thought about that, I was like, man, this is a time for you to do what you want to do, live what you want to do, go do things, try it. People will say you're crazy. Who cares? At least you tried it. You know what I mean by try. At least you repeated the process to do it. And when I started to do that, that's when things started to work a lot better for me, because then I was like, okay, I'm also creating this as I go. So that was the day when I put things in perspective. I really put things in perspective. That's what it is. I put things in perspective. I look at who am I, and what is the bigger picture. And when I saw the bigger picture was like, none of us are really that important, and your problems and all the stuff you have, they're not really important, man. You shouldn't be losing sleep or tripping over it, because in the grand scheme of things, all of this can go like that. Literally can. So this is the time for you to go start that business. This is the time for you to take that calculated risk, man. This is the time for you to stop being comfortable. Get out of your comfort zone. Go do that thing you want to do. Go start that thing. Go make that decision to create it, man. Because all of this can go like that. No matter how, listen guys, no matter how normal they try to make it seem, the Matrix make you get up every day and you look up in the sun and the sky is blue. Listen people, it could go like that. We all could be here right now and be gone. Look, there are infinite numbers of worlds. Ours in an infinite is nothing. If this world goes away, you think the universe is going to miss a beat? Nah. So why are you missing a beat? You go do your thing. When you leave here, you're going to enter a layer of living or existence. Now you're going to be a spiritual being now. That's a different experience than physical. Right now we're experiencing a physical life, Now you're going to experience the non-physical, the spiritual life, non-physical life, and whatever that feels like. You're going to experience what you were before you came here, or you can come back and reincarnate somewhere else. But the point is, you're here now, so go do it. What about if you want to manifest is not what you are to do spiritually? No, manifestation have nothing to do with spirituality, guys. No, no, no. You gotta get that right. It's not nothing. Manifestation is just a regular law of creation. That's how we create it. If you want to use your manifestation for spiritual stuff, that's up to you. But manifestation has nothing to do with spiritual. No one said you have to be a guru to manifest. No one said you have to be like a yoga to manifest yogi. You could be a regular person every day. It's something you manifest every day. There's a lot of people that know this stuff. There are people who are not spiritual, none of that stuff. There are people who are we call criminals, scammers, whatever you want to call all these people, and they are using their subconscious mind to make a ton of money, because again, your mind doesn't care. There are people who are spiritual and they're doing this, and they're also making a ton of money. Their mind don't care. There are people who don't believe this, and they're not making their life better. It's just the universe don't. The subconscious don't care who you are. There are people who can't think logically, or maybe who can't even read, and they are making the best life, a ton of money. Why? Because they impress their mind to get what they want. So, okay, I mean, what does that mean? Right? There's no judgment. How long to wait for desire? Not easy to maintain. Good feel every day. No, no, no. You're not. Look, you're not. You can't feel good every day. That's not the point here. The point is to get up every day and expect something good to happen in your life. That's what I'm talking about here. Not about feeling good every day. No one can do that. I can't feel good every day. There's no way I feel good every day. But I can expect every day. See, there's a difference. Expect, I don't have any feelings with expect. Expect is an outlook. Is a intention. Is something that I see that will happen. That's an expect. So I can get up every day and expect things are going to work out down the line. I can get up every day and expect that I'm going to work things out through my higher self. I'm not as comfortable as I was. I'm getting my bearings. Money is not my main concern. That's good. Right? Someone here says, Gypsy, we were frustrated with the lack of progress doing occasionally, so my fiance and I decided to do the work every day. We started wanting to win the lottery. Then the real stuff showed up. Yeah, the lottery is real big. That's, I get so much questions about lottery stuff, which is true. I mean, the lottery is how I got started in my spiritual journey, right? My spiritual teachings and stuff. The lottery was the catalyst. But I'll say something about the lottery. That if you're someone that decides you want to win the lottery, here's how you're going to win the lottery. By not really wanting to win the lottery. Does that make sense? If you want to win the lottery, not wanting to really win the lottery is going to make you win the lottery. I'll let that marinate. You'll know what that means. I don't think I have to explain that one to you. If you need me to explain it to you, then you type in a comment. Mark, please explain what that means. But I think majority of you already know what that means. I think once you can do that, you're going to win, because what happens now, you don't have attachment to it. The lottery to you now is just like a regular option. See what I mean? Good, someone understands, yes. So when I could put the lottery as just a regular option along with other options, then I don't have an attachment, and I don't have tunnel vision. Tunnel vision means tunnel vision is this. I'm looking here, but I'm missing all the other opportunities that the universe is sending for me to make to advance my life or to make more prosperity. See, that's the thing you don't want to do, guys. You don't want to get lottery tunnel vision. So don't get lottery tunnel vision. It's going to really limit your manifestation. What you want to do is, yes, visualize your lottery. If you're doing your lottery, visualize it, of course. But also be open to know that there could be another channel. Don't get tied to that one outcome. After all, if you think about it, the lottery, all you want the lottery is the money. Not the lottery you want is the money, man. Right? If it's not the money, it's something, a house, it's a car, it's a health, it's something, right? It's something that's going to get you something tangible. It's a feeling, it's security, it's a financial. That's all you want, right? So that's why I'm saying you can get that from beyond the lottery too. Anything could come in. Those are ways that you can use to cope with not being attached to the lottery. Because attachment creates more disheartenment. It creates more depression. You feel like you can't do it. You're going to want to give up. So I encourage you to get out of that phase. Right? Oof. Yeah, man. A little rain outside. Yeah, it is a paradox. But so is everything when it comes to manifesting. It's all a well, I wouldn't say, okay, it's a paradox, but it really isn't, because here's what happens. This is who we truly are. When we came here, there was nothing to create. Energy can't be created or destroyed. So the things we want, they were just hidden from our sights and our senses, because our senses haven't advanced enough to pick them up. But we said it's a paradox. But if you understand that principle, then you know that what you truly want to do, you just want to reveal what's been hidden from you. It's not manifesting, it's reveal the hidden stuff that you can't see right now. And the way you reveal the hidden stuff is using your subconscious mind to do that stuff. Your subconscious mind will go in and make the thing that's hidden become visible, that you can experience the stuff. Guys, you gotta remember, your subconscious mind wants to prove stuff to you, right? Mark, do you start every day with gratitude? Yeah, every day I'm in a state of expectancy, and I expect good stuff, and I kind of, gratitude to me now is more like a part of me now. It's not, listen, I've gotten to the point right now where I'm not a person I don't get up every day and I don't say like, thank you, universe, and all that stuff anymore. Because really, I don't need to say that anymore. The reason why I don't need to say that anymore, because now it's in depth into my mind. It's something like it's like a habit now. It's like when you walk and talk, you just know it. So it's like when I get up, and that's the point that you want to get into. You want to understand that. You want to get to the point where you get up every day and you automatically sense the gratitude. Now to get to that point, you do have to get to that point, you do have to practice so that it can be in depth. And practice means that's when you have to be, thank you, universe. But some of you guys can be beyond that point right now, where gratitude is just a state of acceptance. It's just like, all right, look, I'll give you a secret tip to do that. Just look around you. Everything around you is gratitude. Right now you get the beautiful raindrops. I see that. Some people like the sound of the raindrops like now, just very relaxing. The ambiance, it cools down. You look at the beautiful trees. Everything is gratitude. The ability to have like feeling good, be healthy. When you get when you get sick, your body recovers back fast. That's things to be gratitude for. Gratitude is like in regular state. You gotta train your gratitude feelings, yeah. Yeah, you gotta train those feelings, man. Yeah, who's this here? Let me see. This is from Deborah Lynch. You become the feeling of gratitude. Yes, once you become the feeling of gratitude, man, that takes your game to a whole new level, right? Think about it. That's the thing now. From where I started to where I am right now, because guys, remember now, I'm still growing, just like you're still growing. So where I'm at right now to where I'm at 4 years ago is different. Like, I learned new stuff about manifesting. I teach it to you guys, right? So I'm going to continue to grow because the universe is infinite. So there are going to be new information that's going to be downloaded to me that I'm going to share with you guys, that I'm doing myself. And I just shared a couple of them with you. Was a state of expectancy and being the feeling of gratitude, making it embodied, making it my embodiment. See how that works? Hey guys. So it's a thing that you gotta kind of yeah, someone, this is Toy Story, you're a new version. Every day you're a new version. Look, did you know, right guys, that with the atoms in your body right now, I'm gonna ask you a question. And I want to just show you how trippy this stuff is, how it doesn't make sense. And none of it makes sense. But listen to this. How can you be, I want to ask you this. Your chronological age is what they give you when you come out of the birth canal. Say you're 27 years old, 25 years old. They say, well, how old are you? You say, oh, I'm 27 years old or 25 years old. They call that your chronological age, right? So how can you be 25 years old, but the trillions of atoms that makes up your entire body are billions of years old? Explain that to me. You don't talk about that, right? That's a fact. The atoms in your body right now are billions of years old. Look, in other words, if you don't have atoms, you can't have flesh and skin and bone. You can't have cells. If you can't have cells, you can't be yourself. You can't be Mark or John or Sally. If I can't be Mark, then I can't have an age. The fact that I am Mark, going to give you a chronological age, but this is a fact. The atoms that make up your cells, your tissue, the blood, the bone, your eyes, they are billions of years old. How can you be this age that they put on you then? I'm just showing you some stuff that will just kind of make you like, okay, what's happening here? This doesn't make sense, but this is da 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 da. Somebody said because time is an illusion. Time is light. Yep. So if you're billions of years old, the atoms that makes your body up is, what the hell does chronological age have to do with anything? Chronological age is something the Matrix make up to keep track of you, man. That's why you have an age, just to keep track of you. You know that? Your age is something they make up to keep track of you. So is your social security number. It's just to keep track of you, man. It's for control. First thing they ask you everywhere you go, how old are you? Da 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 da. Okay, so you're this old, we gotta make up laws for stating this. Oh, in some countries, oh, you gotta be 21 to do this. You gotta be 18 to do that. In other countries, like, you don't have to be anything to do that. Da 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 da. I want to show you something to make you think. What's the point of manifesting money when you're not manifesting freedom from the system, brother? Well, money gives you freedom. In the Matrix, you can buy freedom in the Matrix. Money. That's how it's set up. The next thing you can do is change your mentality, create your own rules in your game. That's freedom. But look, the bottom line is this. You're gonna have to have some sort of financial thing to be truly free. We live in a system that uses the money. So because see guys, look, this is what I'm showing you. Know the rules of the game and play the rules of the game. They make up money, right? So what do you do now? Just use what they make up for your benefit now. They made up the rules of money. So you can go in there and you can use the rules they use against themselves to help yourself. Nothing's wrong with you going out there and making money and getting out of the matrix. But there's some people who believe like, not saying you do that, but there's some people who believe that, oh man, if you're into money, you're still in the matrix, you're gonna be trapped, it's gonna do that, da-da-da-da. And that's tied to the religious thing. But I'll ask them this question. This is the question I asked them. I said, so the person who told you that, are they poor? Probably not. The preacher that told you that, I think, is he poor? Probably not. So why is he telling you to do that if he's not poor? But they want you to be poor. Why do they want you to work like a 9 to 5 and struggle, but yet they can chill and reap the benefits, and you're making them rich? But yet they're telling you, no, not too much money is not good for you. But they're getting all the money. Just a thought. That's just a thought I'm having. You know, I just want to figure that one out. How can the people that make the laws don't apply to them, but they gotta apply to you? They write the laws, they make the laws, but in their personal life, they're above the law. But you gotta follow the law. That's just something I'm thinking about. Right? How can they tell you what you should look like, what you should dress, what you need to do to become successful? Do you realize that we're living in someone else's rules and dreams? Do you realize that? Everything around you is a game someone made up and they push it on you. You do realize that, right? Right? You realize that, right? You do realize that there is a entity or a system, a group that solely exists to control the way you see reality. See their reality, not your reality. Did you know that, right? Because you need to know that. Carlita Williams. That's why they tell us money is evil, but they are rich. Yeah, like, how could the so-called men of God preach and tell you what's right or wrong. Yet, they have the highest cases of sexual abuse for kids 10 years old and under. And these are the men of God. Explain that to me. John P. says, we're manifesting their world for them. That's what I'm pointing out to you guys. That's what I want you guys to understand, man. Is that the way this stuff is setting up is that we are manifesting for them and we don't know it. They set it up so sophisticated for you. They feed you with social media. They feed you with the news. They feed you with reality TV. They feed you with the music. Well, that's the big one. And so they put this construct in your head and this in reality, and then you're manifesting. You think you're manifesting for yourself, but you're actually working for them like a secret agent and you don't even know it. Look, the reason I'm saying that is this. I'm saying that to show you that, look, you have to understand that there is this has happened, this is real. And then if you understand that, just like how they can do it, you can do it for yourself though. You can manifest for yourself and don't manifest for them. You manifest for yourself by focusing primarily on what you want, man. The good stuff you want. See what I mean? Yeah. They harness our energy. If somebody's spamming, guys, just ignore the spam, man. There's spammers here, ignore the spammers. But look, we have so much power. Like, you have so much power. And what they do is they water down your power by making your power don't seem like it's power. You know what your power is, right? I'm gonna tell you what your power is. The most powerful word. It's a name. They have a name for this power. Can someone tell me what's the name of your power? And even the name sounds down because they water it down. It sounds like a kid thing. Tell me what the name of your power is called. Can anyone tell me the name of your power? I am? No. We are creators? Yeah, we are, but that's not... April got it. April Goodwin. The name of your power is your imagination. The word imagination. Let me ask you a question. When you hear the word imagination, what does it do to you? I could guarantee you, it don't trigger anything. You just hear, oh, imagination. The word imagination should make you jump. The word imagination should make you feel in awe. The word imagination should give you goosebumps. Yet it doesn't. Because they deliberately downplayed the imagination. When you think of imagination, you associate it with kids. See, that's how they do it. They bridge the gap. Oh, imagination, kids. When you hear the word imagination, what follows it in front of it? Kids, fiction, right? Not real, fun, not serious. Think about it, right? The word imagination, right? When you get the word imagination, it's no biggie to you. Maybe now you're understanding. But look, your imagination, man, is what makes the universe. We have a collective of our imagination. This is what makes your world, guys. You got to start to learn how to tune up your imagination. You got like a car. You got you get a car. You tune up a car. You got to start tuning up your imagination, man. Because if you don't tune your imagination, they're gonna tune it for you. I know you don't want them to tune it for you. See what I mean? Yeah, this rain came out of nowhere, but it's good. It's all good. The rain makes this more mystical and more relaxing. Don't you think? Mark, I found $2 on the ground beside a bagger. I picked it up, smelled it, and said, "Thank you, universe," and saved and gave it to the bagger. Did I do well for the universe? Derby. Yes, you did well, but next time, look, when you pick up money, don't smell the money on the ground. Don't do that. It's dirty. It stinks. Don't do that. You put that in your nose, you can get sick. But you can pick it up, appreciate it, and put it down, but you don't smell it. Not unless it's in your home and it's clean. You do it like that, but don't pick up, smell dirty money. It's not good for you. Right? I want to go back to the feeling thing I was talking about, man. Listen, you have a choice whether to feel optimistic or feel pessimistic. That's an actual choice you have. And I know Neville Goddard, right? Neville Goddard talks about feeling is a secret. It's actually true. What actually happens here is whenever you feel good, or if you not feel good, but you feel optimistic, guys, this is the most important thing about this stuff is, every time we feel something, we're setting up an environment. We're inviting that to be our experience. Point blank. 100%. So you have to start choosing to feel this or not to feel this. Also, trigger. Stop letting people trigger your emotion, people. Stop it. Stop. Stop letting things mess up your peace. Stop letting little things take you off your track, off your focus. I know your emotions are gonna kick in, but when they kick in, be aware that they're kicking in so you can kick them out, man. Because this is one of the most powerful ways you can manifest things you don't want to happen. How are you doing? If we find money on the ground, should I keep it or leave it? No. If you find money on the ground, pick up the money. Just don't smell the money, man. You don't want to put that in your nose. It's dirty. You don't know. But you can pick up the money. If you have hand sanitizer, I always carry hand sanitizers with me. So I see money, I pick it up, I clean my hands, you know? Because you're showing the universe you're grateful, your gratitude. It's the process of it. Right. We're all divine, correct? David, I talked about this 30 years ago. Everyone laughed. Yeah, that guy talked about it. Now he's looking like a genius. Easier said than done, Mark. I know it's easier, but look, guys. Here's what I'm showing. Hey, look. All right, let me put it to you this way. I'm gonna put it to you this way. If I came up to you right now, and you say, Mark, it's easier said than done it. But if I came to you right now and I said, look, check this out. Breaking news. There's a discovery. We just discovered something new in the scientific world. your emotions are going to control what you're going to attract in your life. You mean to tell me now that you ain't going to be cautious of your feelings now? Next time you blow up, you ain't going to be like, hold up, let me think before I react, because if I react, this is going to manifest in my life. That's what I'm showing you. When you put it that way, you're gonna be more aware of your feelings now, because you're gonna be like, yo, man, this guy's just telling me that what I'm thinking about, or like when someone triggers me, I'm actually like creating that stuff to come into my life, and I'm saying like, yeah. How listen, guys, how I know? I was a victim. I was a victim right here. Everything used to bother me, man. I used to let things trigger me all the time. And it got to the point now where I was like, look, man, do I want to live the way I want to live, or do I want to live uncontrollable? I let other people control my emotions and control how I feel. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. Because I see in real life action what happens when my emotions... All right, look, I'll put it to you like this. All of you, every one of you right now watching this has experienced this, and I'm going to prove it to you. Have you ever gotten up in the morning, checked your phone, and something pissed you off, and your whole day were crappy? From that moment on, when it pissed you off, it's like the world is against you. You walk outside, the bird is throwing stuff at you. The car driving splashing water on you. He's like, the whole day just turned messed up. Do you think that's by coincidence? You think that's a coincidence? It's happened to everybody. There's times where you're in a good mood, and all of a sudden, somebody called you, somebody said something to you, you went into a bad mood. From the minute you went into a bad mood, the good stuff around you turned bad. Everything started going down haywire. Why do you think that's happening? You're emotionally charged, guys. You have electric energy around your body that is communicating with a field. This quantum field reads your energy and then sends out this information to the universe, and your subconscious mind replays this stuff back to you as events in your life. That's what I'm showing you, man. You really gotta take note to understand that your emotions, man, you have to do a better job of controlling them, because they control you and they're going to create what you don't want. All of you experience this. Not any one of you here cannot write in this comments and say, oh, Mark, that never happened to me. It happens to everybody because it's one of the laws of the universe. When I change my feelings, the people around me change. I affect the people around me, even my feelings. When I feel good, everybody feels good. Everybody's going to be good. When I feel down, everybody feels down. They're going to get angry. When I feel angry, everything gets angry. My whole day goes messed up. Now, you want the scientific explanation for that? I'll give you the scientific explanation for that. So here's the scientific explanation of what happens. Whenever I have a negative feeling or in a bad mood, the first thing, my brain receives the information from my nerve cells. They travel up to my brain, and my brain scans this emotion, puts out the correct emotional chemicals, serotonin or whatever, cortisol, flight or fight response, So once my brain processes this chemical emotion, right? It comes in as electrochemical, but it goes back out into the universe as electrical chemicals. Not chemicals, but electrical. Once it goes back out into the universe, it enters a field called the 0-point energy field. I call it ether. Some people call it quantum foam. It's a field. This field has nothing but energetic particles of light and energy. Muons, gluons, neutrons, protons, everything. It's a foam like this, and it's all foaming with this energy popping out of existence. My emotions go into the field. The field is very smart. The field takes the emotions, knows what these emotions means, because the field is intelligent. That's where everything comes from. It sends that emotions back to me, but not to my conscious, to my unconscious. My unconscious now takes this emotion and turns it into experiences of physical stuff. That's the scientific explanation of how your feelings create reality. I call it ether. Monica, big manifestation need more time or no matter? It doesn't matter. There is no time when manifest. Everything, when you manifest something, is manifested right now. I'll go back to the lottery, guys. When I manifested the lottery, it was already done. What happened was it was there, but I didn't get to the frequency to see it. So time doesn't matter when you're gonna manifest stuff. You know what? Listen, what matters to manifest stuff, guys, is how big your beliefs are. The two most important things about manifesting are these: what I believe and how relatable or how realistic is the belief that it will happen for me. In other words, I can't believe I'm going to win the lottery and then I'm thinking the lottery's out of my league to win. See what I'm saying? I can't believe I'm going to own like properties or have a successful business and then I think like it's out of my league to have so much properties and businesses. Let's give you examples. So you got to take your belief. You got to believe it's possible for you. Then you got to take that possibility belief and make it relatable, make it realistic for your goals. Only then, when you have the goals to be realistic and the belief to match the realistic, that's when it's going to manifest. That does apply to relationships. I'll give you an example: relationship. You can't expect to find love, and you want love, but then you can't trust people. See? That happened. That's the thing with a lot of people here. Oh, Mark, I'm looking for love. I want to find my soulmate. But man, I can't trust people. What? Huh? So how you plan to manifest this stuff? Oh, the universe is going to bring it to me. No, it's not. The universe is not going to bring you that. The universe is going to bring you confusion, man. The universe is going to bring you someone that you can't trust, because that's your main focus. You see what I'm showing you guys? Look, it's called a match game. You got to match stuff up, man. It's like Lego. When you get the Lego pieces, they're all designed to match. Everything got to match for you to get what you want, man. Mark, I'm ready to be in a relationship, but I'm too selfish. Well, you know, if you're going to be in a relationship, you can't be selfish, right? A relationship is about give and take, right? Sacrifice. Both of you guys got to like. Oh, well, you know what? I want a good girl. I want a good guy. I want someone to treat me right. I want someone to respect me. I want someone to love me for who I am. But here comes now. When they say, after that, they say but. Whenever someone says but, that's what you focus on after. But I find it difficult because I have a lot of toxic traits. People don't trust me. They can't focus on. They're always trying to use me. That's what you look for. When someone tells you, I want this, and they say but, ignore whatever they just said. Ignore whatever they said and focus on the but, because that's what the truth they're going to tell you. How do I match the frequency to accept millions? You have to give the meaning of what millions mean to you. Whatever millions means to you, that's the frequency for you. Right? Someone says, don't look for love, let love come to you. I agree. You see, the thing is this, you got to know what you want, right? But you also have to know what you don't want. And don't bring what you don't want into what you want. People can tell you off the bat what they don't want. And they can tell you what they do want. All of you can do that. You can sit here and spend hours and tell me, Mark, this is what I want, da 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 da. Mark, this is what I don't want. And then you ask them, you say, all right, so you want this, but you don't want that. They say, yeah. And then I say to them, okay, so what's the problem? That's why I said, what's the problem? They say, the problem is I can't get what I want. And I asked them, I said, why can't you get what you want? Because this is against me, that is against me, da da da. And I said to them, I said, okay, so you can't get what you want because you're focusing on what you don't want, right? Yeah. So why are you focusing on what you don't want to get what you want? Doesn't make sense. You're like, huh? Because that's what you're doing. You're telling me what you want, and I ask you, why don't you have it? And you're telling me why you don't have it because of what you don't want. So obviously, your energy is trying to figure out why I don't have what I want, because I'm thinking more about what I don't want. But they don't see, the people don't understand. That's what I'm telling you. They don't understand how powerful their mind and emotions are. While they're telling me what they don't want, they actually have more energetic impression on that, because that is bogging them down. They want to fix that. When people want to fix stuff, they're going to put more emotional energy on that stuff, because they're trying to figure out why it's happening and how can I fix it. But they don't realize that by doing that, they are manifesting the very thing they are trying to avoid. Are you following me here, guys? You don't get what you want, you get what you are, yeah. So look, so I just said, okay, I said, look, so it's a very simple formula, man. What if I just, every day, what if I just say, screw what I don't want and only think of what I do want? What do you think is going to happen? That's a genius idea. I don't know why I never thought about that, right? Right? So guys, I want to show. I'm just showing you, like, even though when you're focused on something, you're still unfocused on what you don't want. You're still focused on what you don't want. That's what I want to show you, because what happens is we were taught to be like solve problems, and we use our minds to figure out why we don't have what we want, why it's not working, and we don't realize that we are inviting the same thing we're trying not to get invited in. That's what I want you. So to fix something, guys, it's a very clear signal. Here's what I do. I look at things in different tunnel vision. So there's multiple tunnel visions I have in my world, right? So I look at my life like that. I say, okay, which tunnel vision do I want to get into today? I want to get into what I want. So when I get into the tunnel vision of what I want, all my problems don't exist anymore, as far as I'm concerned. I'm aware they're there, but I'm not focused on them. I'm focused on what I want. And according to quantum theory, laws of quantum physics, science here, laws of science says this. Whatever I put my attention on, that is what I'm conjuring up, and that is what I'm inviting to attract. And whatever my attention is not on, it ceases to exist in that moment. So the problem I was thinking about, if I stop thinking about it, in quantum theory says it doesn't exist until I bring it back. Now look, I'm not talking about ignoring a problem here, guys. When you know, like, oh, you got a deadline, that's not different. I'm talking about a deliberate taking my attention and focusing on it. So I am only thinking about what I would like to see happen. Here's what's going to happen when I do that now. Because now the energy I'm putting on to what I want is going to have more results, more effect, right? Remember the problem I had? When I do go back to it, because I will eventually, I have to try to figure it out, right? I gotta do this. When I do go back to visit the problem, something amazing happens. Because of all the energy I use to focus on what I want, that energy trickled over to what I don't want and worked a way out to fix the problem for me. In other words, that problem now turns out to work out in my favor. All because I did one thing. I only focused on what I wanted. I've done this a lot of times and it works 100%. That's how I fix everything. I send so much energy to what I want that it bubbles over and it leaks over into what I don't want. So when I go back to think about what I don't want to try to figure out something, when I get back to that part, something happened where it works out in my favor. See how that works? Cheers from Colorado. You want to change yourself first and things around you change. That's correct. Yep. Put all your positives. Alien Factor Media says, put all your positive energy into things you do want to manifest and stop giving your energy to change that you don't want. That's correct. How to dominate the ego. No. You don't want to dominate your ego. You want to get your ego to become your friend. And to get your ego to become your friend, you got to do a balancing act. You got to give the ego some evidence of what's possible. And then you got to bring the ego back and show the ego that it's there to help you. This constant battle of balance of showing the ego that, look, this is what you want. There's evidence of it. But look, also, I'm in control and I get to say to make the final decision. That balancing act will get your ego to be level-headed and be able to help you. Mark, what steps would you take if you wanted to change your living environment but had no money, and if you wanted to get a car but had no money for that either? All right, so the first steps I would do with this. I would start to put things in my head to make me feel good about what I want. So the first thing I would do, I would start visualizing and looking at images just because it makes me feel good. Just to get out of the stress, you know, like, man, had a car and a nice house, even though I don't have the money, but just thinking about it made me feel good. That's the first thing I would do. I would get my mind to love to visit that image because it's going to make me feel good. So once I start doing that and I start feeling good, the next thing I'll start to do now, I would start to show my mind maybe it's possible. So I would start to look up people who didn't have cars and money and yet they got a house and a car. I would start to look up people who didn't have anything but turned out to be something. Okay, now that will start to become believable to my mind by repeating it. The next thing I start to do now, I start to take some physical action stuff. I start to actually go out and look at a car I want, even though I don't have the money. I'll start to go look at a house I want, even though I have the money. Those steps I'm doing, the physical steps I'm doing now, is impressing my subconscious mind that that's what I want. Now remember now, my subconscious mind is the guy that will get me anything I want, even if I'm flat broke. He can come up with me in a serious way. That's how I would start to do that. And then another tip now is, are you able to work? Can you go get a job? Can you start off with something? All those things are a start to put into there because I want to give my mind the possibilities to show that it can happen. If you want to be in a relationship with a specific person, but other people ask you out instead, how do you know if you're making the right decision by accepting or rejecting these other people? All right, first of all, so listen, I'm gonna break it down to you. You're not totally bought into this specific person. So number one, you may want to date around or whatever, because if you wanted a relationship with this specific person and you truly believe this specific person was for you, the people that were asking you out, there would be no question you wouldn't even entertain them. You wouldn't want to go out with them. The fact that you're guessing like means that the specific person you're not sure about. When you're sure about someone, no one else matters. I missed Luna's comment. Luna, what's your comment? Can you manifest the rain to stop? No, the rain is beautiful. See how it works? I didn't see Luna's comment there. Oh, Luna. Mark, I've been feeling amazing during 2 weeks and feeling like the manifestation is coming. Today I felt a bit off. Is it part of the manifestation or what should I do to be high vibe? It's part of the manifestation. Don't do anything. Don't force anything. Just be yourself, enjoy it, and let it take its course. How can I stop getting bullied at every job? All right. That's about your confidence. So you have to understand that you're special and you deserve everything everyone else does. And I would start by visualizing. Visualizing myself not being bullied. And then build my confidence up. Maybe exercise, work out, eat right. Surround yourself with positive affirmations and build your confidence, because your confidence will exude to other people. And when they pick up your confidence, you won't be getting bullied. See how it works, guys? See how it works. I know, right? I should get some t-shirts. Someone say later, Gators. Yeah, everything we do, guys, if you're experiencing like bullying or you're experiencing like not getting what you want, but if you're looking for relationships, the easiest way for you to jump out there and get started is to build up your self-confidence. Your self-confidence is the biggest factor that will take you a long way. There's so many things you can do to build your confidence. You have subliminals right now you can listen to them and help you get some confidence. You can work on your body. You can go lift or walk, jog, eating, make you feel good. There's something you can groom better. You can always improve something about yourself. Your style, all of these things, the way you smell, these things will improve your self-confidence. Your self-confidence now will talk to people. And people will come around you. They'll sense it. That's one thing everyone can do. You can go and work on self-confidence. How to manifest multiple things, wealth, health. You can manifest multiple things at once, but remember, guys, are you able to focus on these things all at once? Who is Dan Belzerian? I never heard of that guy. Who's Dan Belzerian? What do you think about Dan Belzerian? I don't know him. I guess this is spam. Thank you, Ray. Ray sent a tip. Thanks, Ray. Mark, how long it takes to manifest? Look, you can manifesting, guys. You can do it based on what I call your ability to release the resistance to your desires. The rule is this: the more attached you are, the longer it takes to manifest. The less attached you are, the faster it takes to manifest. That's it. See how it works? All right, guys. That's the time I have for this week. I'll catch y'all again next week. Have a great day.